Few Edinburgh theatres specialised in variety. Near the top of Leith Street, the Theatre Royal was situated next to St Mary's Cathedral, which survived when the Theatre Royal was destroyed by fire in 1946. Leith Street looked different in the 1950s. And the empty shell of the theatre would be a blemish on the site for over 20 years before it was demolished, leaving the cathedral a reminder of its one-time neighbour, the Theatre Royal of Variety.
Looking back, I remember a wee variety theatre down in the Kirgate in Leith called the Gaiety. Oh, and it was a right local. The people loved going there, and the star it wasn't the same as the Empire or the Palladium, it was smaller, a wee place. But the people loved going there because they felt comfortable, it was cheap, and it belonged to them. Now, round about it was shops, every kind of shop, and the people would look in the shops and make their way into the Gaiety, where they would see a fine variety show. And it was very sad when he closed down. Lay for about 3-4 years, and then it was demolished, taken away. But if you ask the old ones down in Leith, what was your favourite variety theatre? They would tell you the Gaiety in the Kirgate. It was a night out for anybody going to the variety theatre in those days. You would go up to the fish and chip shop next door to the Palladium, get yourself a fish supper, come outside, eat it, in the queue, waiting to go in the Palladium in East Fountain Bridge. Now there were many famous stars went, Lex McLean, but as a variety theatre, the Palladium was excellent. A wonderful show.
My father was in show business. He was manager, producer of the Palladium Theatre in Edinburgh for a number of years. But he did not want me to go into show business. As a hobby, my father was an artist and started doing sketches. He did sketches of many performers on the stage at the time. When I left school at 14, I went to ballet school. At the age of 15, I joined the Madam Ada dance troupe, and my first professional job was in the Palladium in Edinburgh. As a dancer, the hours were very long. You'd be in for rehearsals in the morning, And if the rehearsals didn't go well, you were back again in the afternoon. And having 2 shows at night, one at 6:15 and one at 8:30, was heavy going. We get paid on a Friday and we were skint by a Tuesday, because by the time we paid our digs, bought our makeup, we had to buy our own makeup, which could be very expensive. And the cream for removing the makeup was even more expensive. So we used to go into our local grocer's shop and get a slab of lard, cooking lard. And that's what we took our makeup off with, tissues and cooking lard. Gave us a lovely complexion. To be kept in work, many a time we had to travel. It could be Glasgow, could be Dundee, but the work was there and we had to go, and it was a case of looking for digs, and that was another story. Sometimes you were very, very lucky with digs, other times it was appalling, but you had to take the good with the bad. I did many pantomimes in the King's Theatre in Edinburgh, but your wardrobe mistress and everything, it was different class to the Palladiums and the Gaieties, but I loved both of them. And when you had a matinee on a Saturday, packed matinee on a Saturday, and saw the children, it gave you a lift. You felt you were somebody. Although you were only in the chorus, you felt you were somebody. Regarding dressing rooms, some of them were lovely. Others again, you were cramped together. When you went to the upper class, the King's Theatre, the wardrobe mistress, the wardrobe room, everything just had to be so. But it was 5 flights up. 5 flights up the stair. By the time you got there, you were knackered. Then you had to come running down again to go on and do another scene. So it wasn't all fun and games. As a dancer, you had to be capable of doing tap dancing, can-can, Dutch dancing, even military. They were dances that if they did a scene, you had to be able to be capable of doing the dance according to the country. And you wouldn't know until the Monday morning. Or the can-can. Oh, I hated it. Well, my mother was a dancer, and I always wanted to be a dancer. I can't remember his name. And he said to me when I was 3, he sat me on the piano, and what are you going to be, June, when you grow up? I'm going to be a dancer, of course. I was only 3-year-old. But needless to say, that was my ambition, and I carried it right through until into my 70s, and here I am.